Today I'm sharing a video that I have been wanting to film for a very long time, but never really had the time to do it. And everything has lined up perfectly today. I am off work. One of, I guess, the most common questions I'm asked is how I curl my hair, what my curling routine is. And a couple years ago, I did film a flat iron tutorial. And while I still do that, I do like to switch it up a little bit. And I'm gonna show you how I've been kind of curling my hair lately. And it's kind of become one of my favorite ways to curl my hair because for me, I always love like second, really third day curl. Just to get started, I'm gonna show you guys what I use. So the curling iron that I use is this Kristin S curling iron that I got from Target. Maybe I wanna say a couple years ago. And to be honest, I was initially drawn to it because of the color. I mean, it's very aesthetically pleasing. And I wasn't quite sure if I would like it, but I actually love it and I use it a lot of the time. I haven't used any other curling iron since I purchased this one other than my flat iron, of course. But I think this is the 1.5 inch barrel curling iron, but I'm also interested in probably getting a smaller one just to see how kind of the curls are different. It's $50, which to me isn't that bad for like a quality curling iron because I want to say I paid like $100 for my flat iron when I purchased it. So price isn't too bad and they have it on sale a lot of the times. Like I think maybe like a week ago it was about $25. So if you can catch it on sale, you can really get this for a very good deal. First things first, my hair is pretty dirty, I guess you would say. I blew it out maybe like a couple days ago, so I really don't like to do the curls right after I wash my hair and blow it out or just let it air dry because I don't know, something about my hair, it just doesn't really hold the curl as much or as well if I don't wait like a couple of days and let it get a little bit dirty. We're about 2 days after washing my hair and I just realized I did not plug up the curling iron. So y'all can tell I do not do tutorials that much clearly because my curling iron is not plugged up, but it heats up pretty quickly, so I'm just gonna turn it on. And I like to put it at like 400 degrees, sometimes 425. I know that's a lot of heat, but my hair is very thick and it can take a lot of heat, although I do like to keep the heat to a minimum. The pack of alligator clips also from Kristin S when I got the curling iron, and I love them. And I'm literally down to my last clip. I don't know, I lose them so quickly, so I'm gonna have to get another packet of these, but I think I can get this done today with just one clip. Let's see. I actually don't like to have the curls be perfect, so I do a lot of parting just with my fingers instead of the curling, instead of the comb, because I just like the waves to look a little bit more natural, and I think I get that vibe from not using the comb and using my fingers. So I'm just gonna part my hair. Actually, I'm just gonna bring down this bottom layer of hair. The curling iron is almost already heated up, so as you guys can see, it's very quick to heat up, which I love. And I just kind of do a little bit of a comb through just to make sure there's no tangles. And also I put a heat protectant in my hair right after I finish washing it because I like to put a heat protectant on if I'm going to use a blow dryer or any heat source. I think that's always a good rule of thumb. All the parting with my fingers. I'll just take a section, and for me, I like a larger section of hair because it really gets that wave look, not like, I don't want like Shirley Temple curls. So I'm just gonna take the curling iron, and some people start in the middle part. I don't really mind starting at the top, but I'm going to do just kind of one singular curling motion all the way to the end. Bring the curl up like you would normally do any curl, but then I just twist the curling iron out. And while I do that, I like to kind of pull it a little bit because it gives more of a wave versus a curl. So if you can see here, as I'm pulling the curling iron away from my hair and I'm twisting, I like to actually curl the ends. A lot of people like to leave the ends straight, but for me, I just like the look of the curled end. And as you can see, by the time I release the curling iron, the hair is pretty much, you know, pulled almost straight away from the hair. But it leaves it more of a wave than a curl, like I was mentioning before, which is the look that I want. So I'm gonna do this side. And when I first started curling like this, it took me a little while to get my, I guess, get a smooth motion in. Like it was a little bit of a learning curve, but it's actually, I feel, faster than curling it with the flat iron, which is honestly surprising. So I'm done with that section, and then I'm just gonna move up. I don't mind if the sections are not, sorry, let that one go a little too quick. I don't mind if the sections vary in size. You know, like sometimes I might curl a thicker section versus a smaller section, but it really just lends itself to it looking more like a natural way. And you keep the curling iron clamped the entire time you're doing that twisting motion. Always twist the curling iron away from my face. Okay, so once I get to the top, I love the middle part, but I just part my hair with my finger again, and then I split it half and half this way to do the remaining curling. That is done. I'm gonna leave it. I'm not gonna touch it. Some of these ends, so like you can see like a couple of these ends look straight. I really will just take the curling iron and just put a bend in the ends. Okay, now we're finished. Is that I grab a hair oil. I love trying different hair oils and everything and trying new products. I have quite a few that I like a lot, but I just got this Mizani Nourishing Hair Oil in a campaign, and I love it a lot. I'm a longtime fan of Mizani. My mom is a hairdresser, and so growing up when she used to do my hair, she always had like Mizani shampoo, conditioner, oil sheen. Like, I'm gonna tell you, I probably went through like 100 bottles of Mizani oil sheen. If you walk by me, you probably smell Mizani. Put it directly on your hair, but I just like to put some in my hand. But you see how it's like squirting a little bit. And one thing my mom always taught me and I try to do is I don't like to put too much of my hands in my hair. It actually, I think, makes it get frizzier and everything. So I don't want to do too much hands in the hair. But just trying to get the oil through, especially on the ends. I like to not do too much on the root, but I do like to put a little bit on the top. Comes with the back, because the back can get a little bit neglected, I can't lie. So I like to use a texture spray sometimes. So I'm using this one from Way. Also like the Eva NYC one, just because it like adds a little bit more, obviously it's saying texturizing, so it adds a little bit more texture to your hair. And it just makes it so that the hair doesn't, like sometimes when I curl my hair or I have curls in my hair, sometimes they kind of create this one large curl. I don't know if that happens to any of y'all, but I don't like that. Texture keeps the curls separated. And so now I'm just gonna spray some, oh, and it smells so good, like seriously. It just makes me want to go to the beach for real. So I just put a little bit underneath, not a lot. I don't like rub it in or anything in the front, because that's where I have the most trouble with like the curls combining, I guess, with each other. And then last thing, I do like to put a little bit of hairspray. I love this Nexus hairspray, and I actually have this one, and I have a really firm extra hold one for when I have like a slick back hairstyle or something. But since I want this these curls to move and I don't want them to be stiff, so I'll just use this one, and it's the comb through finish, which I love because it really does, it doesn't feel stiff at all. And just spray a little bit of the hairspray underneath, and then like comb it a little bit back like this with my hands, but then after that I leave it alone. So this is how my hair looks. I'm trying to look in this mirror over here, but this is basically how it looks after I do it the first time. And for me, this looks like how my curls look like a couple days after I get it curled. So, and this is exactly how I want it to look. It looks a little bit more lived in, a little more natural. I hope that you found this tutorial very, very helpful. I'm going to link the products that I use, including the curling iron and some of my favorite hair oils, hairsprays, and texturizing sprays so that you guys can recreate it. So let me know in the comments what, I guess, the next beauty video you want to see. All right, bye.